Perfect. So, questions. So
yeah, as even part of the packages that we will be offering for our client, what we intend also doing is that once you even get your green how do you call it? You pass your Nclex exams and you start your immigration process. We will be start recommend some website for your spouse if you intend traveling with them, so that they can even apply some jobs in advance. Because obviously, once you are a green card holder, you know, getting working in America, it's easy, and you don't have to pass through that hassle and all that. So more information, for example, if you're a mechanic or a truck driver, or let's say an M&E person, there are a lot of sites that we are privy to that we can help nurses with that kind of information. So whilst they are even in Ghana, whilst they are even in the transition period, they can begin to apply for jobs in the US, and it is possible. Yeah.
Can a diploma general nurse do degree after Nclex? And can the CGFNS be updated to that level? CGFNS is just to verify your credentials. You can do your degree after you take the Nclex. Yes, you can do that. Dixon, anything you want to add to that?
People are still naive about it. People are still naive about. So the whole thing is that passing the Nclex is for life. Oh. If you pass the Nclex, you are not going to write any Nclex again. But of course, with your licenses, you need to be renewing it every year and all that. Now, if you use your diploma nurse to, you know, write the Nclex, and, you know, subsequently you've been able to migrate to the US and you want to do your degree. After doing your degree, you have nothing to do with CGFNS again, because you've already passed your Nclex exams. But of course, CGFNS to offer some professional courses and all that, but you will not be using CGFNS to do any credential evaluation again, because you've already passed your Nclex exams. But of course, you know, schooling in America is very expensive. So I also take this opportunity to advise everyone, if you have a diploma and you have the means to do your degree, 2 years top up to get your degree, to get BSN, go ahead and do it. My boss, PC, will always advise people that go ahead and do it, because, I mean, getting BSN in US, it's very costly and time consuming, because you can't stop work and be schooling. You have to be combining work at the same time, studying, and it's very expensive for you to have a nursing education in the US. So I'll advise everyone, if you have a diploma and you are willing to do your degree, just do the 2 years, get your bachelor BSN, and when you get to America, you are good to go.
Ruby, Stella, I see everybody. Canary, I see you. What is the minimum work experience for general diploma nurses with regards to clearance? Minimum work experience for RGN with regards to clearance.
With the clearance, I know that there are particular batch who went through the NTC that they did not have any government subvention, as in the Alawa. So it also depends that particular year batch. But what I know is, if you are fresh from the NTC, at least you need to work for at least a minimum of a year or 2 years. But you see, with the clearance, no, it's not for you serving the bond alone, no, to also check whether you've not committed any professional misconduct and all that. But at least you should serve government for at least a year. Yes. Yes. As in those who pass through fresh from NTC. Yes.
Yes. And also to check if you don't owe government any money. If you took some student loans or some money you have not paid, you can't run away with that. So the random ones I always get in my comment section, I can take those ones. Do I have to be an RGN, general nurse, or a midwife to do this? You can be any of them. Minimum years work experience, 1 to 2 years or more. That is also one. Okay, a question has come, and that's, you can also have 1 to 2 years experience or even more. That will be fine. Does the national service count as work experience? Yes. The 12 months rotation or NSS count as 1 year experience. So if the companies are looking for 1 year or 2 years, by the time you are through with the process, you'd have gotten the 2 years. Where can I write Nclex? Nclex in Africa, the center is South Africa, and everything has to be funded by you. So you either go with the agency and they sponsor things for you and they bring it to the US and you are bonded to them. And it takes a while. When COVID hit, people passed Nclex and they were in Ghana for 2 years. The person I recently interviewed, the process took over 3 years for him to make it here. So either sit and wait for an agency or you do it as an individual. If you want to do it as an individual, you don't know where to start from, then you come to us, USRN Pathway Consult. We have a team. I'm the lead and my associates are back in Ghana and we'll coordinate everything and show you the forms to fill. American process is long, expensive, I'll keep saying this, but you need the guidance. You need someone to coach you. If you fill the wrong forms, it will delay you and set you back years back. You'll be stranded. So we say pay $300 to us, 2,300 cedis thereabouts. Pay to us, we'll coach you. Those who have already paid, you don't need to pay the $300 now, the $300 now. You pay a non-refundable $50, which is 390 cedis to the Vodafone number we have on file. You pay that, then we start releasing the forms to you. Based on the screening form that you have filled, we have a screening form where you tell us your year's experience, you tell us the educational certificates you have. Then we will know that, because somebody has about 4 certificates in the comment section. So we will know that, oh, let's use your diploma, or let's use your midwifery, or let's use your this and that. We know which one to use. And we know the states that would accept it. So we'll coach you through that. You pay the 50 non-refundable as a deposit. The 50 is part of the 300. So after paying 50, you owe $250. So after paying 400, you owe like, that'll be maybe 1,005 more for the whole 300 package. So the 50 is just to show that you are serious, so that we will not waste our time or we will not do everything for you and you run away. So the 50 is to hold you down. You sign a contract with us. We guide you through the process. We arrange everything for you. If you need IELT tutor, you get that. If you need Nclex tutor, we'll fix that for you. If you need to go to South Africa, we have the travel and tour to organize this, take you from the hotel to the exam center. When you come back, you pass your Nclex, then we link to the recruiters we've been working with. Then the recruiters will get you a job. Then you come with your family and come and get your green card and be working and all that. That is basically how it is. But if you want to do it as an individual, you have to go and dig out your own information and do it as an individual, and that is fine too. But it will drain you and it's long. Question. After Nclex, can one make it to the US without an agency? Yes, one can make it to the US without an agency. If you come to us, we will link it to a recruiter. If you don't come to us, you can also make it to the US. But you will need to apply to a lot of hospitals in America and tell them, my name is Priscilla, I have an Nclex RN and I live in Ghana. Can you employ me and get my visa and bring me to America? Most of the hospitals don't want to go through that stress of spending money on you and bringing you here when they can find somebody like me around to employ. But there are some hospitals you can do it on your own and apply to 1,000 hospitals. By all means, one will get to you. I made a video about my friend who came on a visitor's visa. She visited America 6 months, go out. So she come and study, do the CGFNS and everything. She stayed here with her aunt for 6 months, wrote the Nclex, went back to Ghana, applied to a lot of jobs before going to Ghana. She went to Ghana, married, settled down. Then I think 3 years later, a hospital reached back to her and said, we saw your application. Where are you? She said, I'm in Ghana. They said, we can sponsor your work visa and bring you to America. Yes. Then she said, I'm married. They said, we'll cover your spouse. That's how my friend came with a husband to America. But this is 3 years later. So you can do it on your own, find a recruit hospitals online, and if they're interested in sponsoring your visa, which is very unlikely, then you go with them. Another question here, please, what if currently you are a tutor, but you have worked on the ward for 3 years before coming to be a tutor for 9 years? You work at the bedside for 3 years, and you are a tutor for 9 years. Your license, I believe, is still active. Your PIN is still active. You qualify. Yes. Dixon, anything to say to that? The person's a tutor for 9 years.
So the most important thing is you should have a valid PIN. You shouldn't have an expired PIN. So if you are you've practiced for some time now and you are now a nursing tutor and you have a valid PIN, you are good to go. What is important is passing the Nclex exams. Yes, over.
Okay, after ERS gives you the authorization to test, how long do you have to take the Nclex?
So it's not ERS that is going to give you authorization to test. The ERS is going to give you the credential evaluation report. So once the report is ready, they will send it to the Board of Nursing where you intend to get your license. Then the Board of Nursing will issue you the nurse authorization to test code. Then we can go ahead and register you with Pearson VUE. Yes.
And I think
so with the authorization to test,
90 days, 3 months.
It takes 3 months. 3 months for you to write the Nclex. Once you are given the authorization to test. So the whole thing is, if your credential evaluation report is sent to the Board of Nursing and you realize that, you still have to prepare and all that, you can wait a bit, because once you register with Pearson VUE, then the 3 months will start reading. But if you are yet to register with Pearson VUE, the 3 months, will yet to start, and not until you start, your registration with Pearson VUE. So once you start with the Pearson VUE, then the authorization to start test 3 months will start reading. You get it? So that's how it is. So the authorization to test is issued by the Board of Nursing, not ERES. ERES will only prepare the CES report. That's a credential evaluation report. So they will tell in their report that, okay, this nurse Akosia Menu did all the relevant course. She has a valid license from her home country and all that. Then the Board of Nursing, okay, so you qualify to write the Nclex exams. Then they will give you the authorization to test. So with the authorization to test, once you register with Pearson VUE, then it will start reading. So that's how it is.
Okay. So
over.
Okay. Yeah. So as usual, a lot of people speak to me because of what I do. YouTuber, you are out there. So I know somebody who also visits the US. Let me admit somebody in here who also visits the US. She did all this process. She was actually my junior in UG, University of Ghana. She did all this process, got the ATT, the authorization to test. That's the final go ahead to register with Pearson VUE to take your whatever. She got the ATT. She didn't write. She didn't register. She went to Ghana, got married, and life happened to her. And the 90 days has passed. So if your ATT expires, you have to now go back and get another ATT, pay another fee before you can even write the Nclex. So can one, please, which agency doesn't need IELT before they sign you up? Which agency doesn't need IELTS before they sign you up? So it looks to me like this person wants to go with an agency. So I know for a fact that OGP, Ogretti Python, will let you write IELTS first before you write Nclex. But I know for a fact that another colleague of mine with Avant wrote the Nclex first before writing the IELTS. You need the IELTS to be able to do visa screen, to get visa screening certificates, but Dixon can add to that.
Yeah, so you see, with the agencies, it depends on where the state that they want you to work in. For example, some of the states in the US, they will require you to, I think, they will require you to, Massachusetts or something, they will require you to write the IELTS before you even write the Nclex. But you don't need IELTS, you don't have to pass IELTS before you write Nclex. Obi obeka saa asem na show bia no is strong because you had your nursing education in English, you are exempted, but it depends on the board of nursing that you are seeking to. But also the agencies, sometimes they also want to test your preparedness. It's not like you are just folding your arms, then so you need to start something on your own. So once you've passed your IELTS, it means that you are eager to go and all that. But we use only IELTS for the visa screen. That's after you've passed your Nclex exam. We call a document like visa screen certification. Visa screen certification. That one is needed at the consulate level. So when you are going for your interview at the US Embassy, there are documents that we call civil documents. So the civil document, visa screen is part of the civil document that you present to the US Embassy. If you are already in America, you don't need visa screen certification. If you are already in America, you don't need, because you don't attend any interview. Do you get it?
Okay. Thank you so much. So the information is a lot. This is not something that you find on the internet. If you go into Google, nobody's going to tell you CES, IELTS, ERES, whatever. But because some of us have passed through the process, we've done the application, we know how much we paid, we know who we gave a form to. That is why we know the process. So we can hold your hand and walk you through the process. But don't get me wrong, people have done it on their own. Without us, people have come to America way before we were born. So you can do it on your own. It will cost you. It's expensive, it's stressful. The information is a lot. Even me presenting this, I'm so confused. The information is a lot. You can't remember all this, and you need somebody to guide you. So that brings me to the question that says, how much does your consult charge for consultation?
Over.
How much does your consult charge for consultation? So we do everything for you for just 2,345 cedis. We do everything for you for $300. But before we start working with you, we want to know whether you are serious. So you pay $50. That is 390 cedis. You pay 390 cedis, then we start loading you with the forms. Then you start filling the forms. People pay the form. People paid $50. In 20 minutes, they got all the forms and they fill the forms. They are leaving evidences and they are in this meeting right now. And I have nowhere to go. I've been in America for years. I've been on YouTube way before this thing came. So I'm not going to run away with anybody's $50. Please, I wouldn't. So $300. Any more questions in the chat box, please?
It's a chicken fee. It's a chicken fee for you.
It's not a chicken fee, but I wouldn't risk my YouTube career and my nursing career and run away with anybody's $50. It's very hard to come by. I break my back before I make $50. So I know what it takes to make $50 in Ghana. 400 cedis is a lot of money. So it's not cheap. And I wouldn't do that to a fellow human being. I wouldn't run away with your $50. No, I wouldn't. My YouTube career is 2 years. My nursing career is over 12 years. I won't go hiding and New York State will take my license because I've defrauded people. It's not worth it. The amount of money I'll make in an hour is more than running away with your $50. If I'm legit. Questions? How much do RN earn in the US? Oh my God. So I have a video coming up for you about how much an RN makes in the US. And I actually did a video that is coming up. I've compared the UK and US standard of living, the salary and everything. And I went very raw and very transparent. But I'll do a video where I'll display my paycheck, my pay stub, pay slip, and we'll see. But before, there's so many factors that affect your salary. Location, location, location. Unlike Ghana, whether you are in Kojokrom or you are in Accra, your salary is the same because you are SNO or PNO staff nurse. America, they pay you based on the city you live in and the state you live in. There are so many factors that affect your pay. So somebody living in New York City is different from New York State. How we have regions in Ghana. When I was living in Ghana, it was 10 regions. I know we have more than 10 now. I don't want to go into that. But America uses states. So we have 50 states in America. And some of the states are very expensive. If you live in New York State, it's expensive. If you live in California, it's expensive. So because of the cost of living, they pay you to match that standard of living. So I live in New York State, which is like New York region. And I do not live in New York City. The one you see on TV with the movies and all, that is New York City. No. So I have a colleague who is in New York City who makes about $80 to $90 an hour. And I, who live who live upstate of New York, I make between $30 to $35 an hour. She is renting a studio, a small room, one bed with a kitchenette, and she's paying $2,000 for a small studio. With that $2,000 where I live, you can get a 3-bedroom house in a very nice, classy neighborhood for $2,000. So you see, a studio and a 3-bedroom house, our cost of living is not the same. I don't pick a ferry. I don't catch a bus, subway, they do all that. Here, everybody owns a car. So if you are young, if you are between the ages of 19 to 28, and you ask me where you should live, you are single and young, and you want to come to America, I'll let you go to the city because you are alone. You can manage a small studio. But if you have 4 kids, are you coming to live on a condo, an apartment with no playground for your kids? No. It's not safe. Are you coming to be catching subway and trains and running up and down with your family size of 5? It's not safe. So it depends on where you are. So when COVID happened, people were making good money. I'm sure you also on the internet. People were making as high as $120 an hour. And I have somebody in my neighborhood who is making $111 an hour because she's a travel nurse and she's moving around. That is something we'll go into later. I'll tell you about that in my YouTube channel. But for a staff nurse like me, I'm sitting at one place. I go to one hospital every day. I'm a full-time there. I don't go back and forth. And I make between $30 to $35 an hour. And my places are all close by. I don't drive it. I don't burn gas, fuel or petrol. What they will burn in New York City or California, I don't drive that much. I drive, quickly get to work, and I save money on my fuel. So it depends on where you want to live and your goals in life. Questions have come. Let me cut the talking. How much do RN mates are there? Can one start the process while doing rotation? Yes, you can start the process while doing rotation. What stage of rotation are you? So far as you have an MC pin, you can start the process. Does your visa include your spouse and children? Yes. The visa includes your whole family. But the plane ticket, if you're using an agency, they'll buy the plane ticket for you, the nurse. You will buy the plane ticket for your children and your husband. I interviewed an advanced nurse who made it to America. He talked about that. The agencies will pay for just your ticket, and you will pay for everything else for your family members. In your opinion, is California good? Good is relative. It depends on your goal in life. What do you want in California? Do you want to be on a Hollywood, Beverly Hills, to be seeing the movie actors going, Johnny Depp and everybody going? If that's what you're about, you live the life, flashy life. California is good for you. But there are outskirts that you want to go to as well, where everything is nice, quiet, serene, and it's not too expensive. Every state has this issue. California has fires. Now that summer is starting, the whole of California, some places burn. And nobody can quench that fire, not even the fire department of America. It just burns. Acres and acres burn. Some places have tornadoes. Some places have hurricane. What I have is severe snowstorm. It snows so much and it's like your waist level and you can't even come out of your house. So do you want fire to burn you? Or do you want the snowstorm? Or do you want hurricane where you wake up and your house is in shambles, your roof has come off? So depending on what you want, then you go to those places. North Carolina, they also have their own issues. So the weather is different and we all have different time zones. But if you have family, I know most people here are all family people. You're all married, you all have kids, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want to live the city life where you wake up early, catching train and running subway, the train that goes underground and all that. I heard Illinois is very expensive. It's a very expensive state to live. We have federal states and we have federal tax and we have state tax. Federal is the whole country. You'll be paying tax to America as a country and you'll be paying tax to your state. So I pay New York State tax and I pay American tax. Yes. And every state has an expensive place. Obviously, the capital or the busy ones will be expensive. If you go to Boston, Massachusetts, you pay expensive, but somebody is living in that state and is living a good life quietly somewhere. So I advise people with family to go to the suburb outskirts. It's like a little village, not village, it's American village, excuse me to say, is better than Accra, the capital of Ghana. And it's a known fact. Because what a white man has done, I'm not supposed to use Calabar, what a white man has done is that they are able to think about the future, expanding the road and this because people are buying more cars and all. So even though I'm living in the suburb, I still have good, very, very good road. I have electricity 24/7. I have water 24/7. So there's no village in America. So if you're on the outskirts, you still have every service. You still have good school district. Even the outskirts, you still have a nicer part. In my neighborhood, yeah, Linda.
And please, I'd like to ask Mr. Dixon a question. Or if
Go ahead.
And I want to ask if he has an office in Ghana, or where is he at? Is he in Accra or where? Thank you.
When Dixon comes on, the first thing Dixon is going to say is that we are in a virtual world, and he will take it from there. Dixon, answer your question. He's in Accra, though. He's in Ghana.
Yeah, so
all right.
We are operating a virtual program, and we don't have a physical office, but I'm based in Accra, but I frequently travel to Kumasi and Eastern region and all that. But currently we are operating a virtual office, so everything is your email address. So if you don't know how to use email, you better start if you want to work with us. But at a point, obviously, we will meet you guys, because there's a part of the process that we will meet you in checking your criminal background and but if you want also to see any of the team members in Ghana, we can arrange and we can help you as such. Over.
I've said before, the official retirement age on paper is 65 in America. 65. But the good thing is that over here, people are 99 years old and they don't even look like it. That was my first culture shock. So when you retire at 65, you can come back. I have 2 colleagues that are 73 years old. I work with them. They go running and I cannot even run. So you can work to 65. Then you can come and come back and start and be working again. Some come back as part-time, per diem and all that. And also, I was going to say something. How can I forget? Can your visa include any family member if you are not married? You have to produce marriage certificate. The person has to be your child. If you say you have a child, but you're not married from another lady or something, you're not married, you would have to prove that the person is your child. That's when the embassy requests DNA and all to make sure you're not kidnapping or trafficking anybody's child, to make sure the child is yours. And you need the child's birth certificate. You need your children, all of your children, their birth certificates is part of the document. You need to do medicals for all of them. The US Embassy uses Akai House and where's the other one? Holy Trinity Hospital. Those are the 2 places they will let you go and do medicals. You do that for all your children. You need a marriage certificate to show that this is my husband, this is my wife.
So with the last question, my last submission will be that. So when we say your immediate family is limited to yourself, your spouse, and your children. Or for baby or baby near the men fanning because you'll be caught. Even the age difference they can detect if you want to do any kululu and all that. Even the age difference, or nothing too much, or bano so be nothing too much. So your immediate family is you, your spouse, and your children who are below the age of 21. Once you get there and you get your green card, there's so many ways that you can invite them through visitors way. And so me pacho the Nclex no once you pass the Nclex. So this question, can you include your other family member? Please. What is important to us is you passing the Nclex, and that's the ultimate goal.
Okay.
Over, please.
Yeah. Can you please, part of adopted child and your partner? Yes. If you have the adoption document, the white man doesn't do anything for anything's sake. You have to prove the day you adopted a child, the name of the facility you adopted them from, the day the child came to your house. You have to show evidence and paper that you adopted the child.
Yeah, social welfare, social. So if you want to adopt a child in Ghana, the mandated agency is Social Welfare Department. So you adopted, so you need to do a documentation. They have a fee that you have to pay. What is the proof? School fees, receipts, when. So I mean, you need to have all those evidence. So going forward, let's live our life like a professional, let me say, teacher or whatever. Create a file, be putting receipts and even beyond the USRN pathway journey. It will save you a lot. Document all those things. It's evidence. Evidence na here. But of course, if you've adopted a child, there should be a document to prove. And the right agency is the Social Welfare Department. Over.
I have a question.
Okay.
I put a question there, you didn't answer, but let me ask this. How soon can one write the Nclex? Because I know that from next year, April, the Nclex style is going to change. So how soon can one write the Nclex exams whilst the processing is going on?
Dixon, you want me to take it, or you can take it?
So you can only write your Nclex after you get your credential evaluation report and you've registered. So it depends on how fast you yourself, because maybe CGFNS, you've entered all your details, pay the requirements so that they issue you the forms. You don't pay, then it will take a month or 2 and 3. It will be affecting. So it depends on also your preparedness and your outputs on the Nclex practice questions and all that. But the first step is getting your credential evaluation reports, because without that, you cannot write your Nclex exams. Over.
How soon can those that do the evaluation?
So with the credential evaluation reports, all things being equal, like your NTC is so 3 months. 3 months, the maximum is 3 months, and before 3 months, but let's put it like 3 months. We anticipate that maybe because NMC will take like 3 weeks before they send your forms to CGFNS or EIS. So 3 months. So with the 3 months, our program is, whilst you are waiting for the report, we will connect you with an Nclex review class. So whilst you're waiting for your report, you'll be undergoing through your Nclex review class. So we'll be monitoring your performance. Once your report will come, we will register you with the Board of Nursing. You get your authorization to test, and you are good to go. South Africa, getting a South Africa visa, we will take care of it. We have people who we don't have to go to the embassy to get all these things. We will sort it out. The whole thing is a package. So with the credential evaluation report and you traveling to, let me say, within 5 months, you should be able to get your Nclex pass. Yes. Over.
So if you want to, if you have further questions and you want to ask us questions, kindly join the Telegram group. I know. So I don't know.
Hello.
Yes, Linda.
Yes.
Ask your question.
I want to a package, okay? How much do you charge for all things that you are talking about?
Okay. So we helping you, our service charge is $300, 2,434 cedis if you multiply it by 7.8. 2-3 as we
Okay.
speak today, we are using 7.8. The currency, the exchange rate might change, but 2,340, 2340 is the current, the amount you pay to us. You don't pay all that now. You pay $50, 390 cedis. You pay, if you think you are ready, pay 390 cedis to a 050 number, which I'll have to leave in the inbox here. But it's all under my YouTube videos. It should be on our flyer that is all over the Facebook. Join our Facebook group for more updates. You can inbox me. You can call the 050 for a one-on-one consultation. We offer 15 minutes consultation. In that 15 minutes consultation, we tell you everything, answer all your questions. Then we let you pay the $50, 390 cedis. You pay the 390, then we start working with you and start sending you the document. Any final words is going to go down in 1 minute. Dixon.
Thank you so much for the audience, everyone. And we hope that in the near future, we will have a fruitful working relationship. I wish you all the best.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad she mentioned that this is not coming from us. Nclex has been trying to change the question style. It's going to change 2023 by April, as she said. So if you want to do this, start doing it now. If you can write it before they change it. Nclex is objectives. You choose multiple answers or one answer, select all that apply. You choose A, B, C, D or sometimes you choose A, B, C. But if you don't do that, they are trying to make you objective, where you will type. Nclex is computer test. So you'll be typing. When they give you a case scenario, you type the management. So if you want to be typing and you think you have a good typing skills and way for 2023, we are not discouraging you, but if you want to do it now before they change the question style and add subjectives. For now, it's objectives. You